Good morning, sixth grade. Hopefully everyone is logged into their computers or their devices and they are attending homeroom this morning, which would mean you're seeing me, and it's a fast forward Friday lesson. And we had quite a change this week, students, and our overall goal is that everyone stays healthy. So that's why we're doing virtual today. Please pay attention to the Griffin website, to Dr. Hill's Twitter, to the Cobb County website for announcements moving forward regarding virtual face-to-face school, because that is very important information and want to make sure we get that to you as soon as we can. So we are going to get into some good stuff today. I'm excited. This was requested from some of your teachers. Hopefully it meets the mark of what they're looking for in today's lesson. But first, my background is something that I've never been to, but I want to. It's very cool. It is the New York Public Library. And as you can tell, it's kind of a old, fancy, architectural inspired building, maybe from the old, old times or something, but it's really cool looking. And I just want to share that with y'all. Public library, some of y'all hopefully have used it in Cobb County. Right now, the Cobb County public libraries, they do have free Wi-Fi, is what I've been told. So if Wi-Fi happens to be an issue for you, please encourage, whoever's in your house to get you to the public library for maybe, an hour so that you can check your assignments and get what needs to be done. And then you can finish it at home. You can download it or take a screenshot, whatever it may be. But yeah, this is the New York Public Library. So let me share my screen as we get into this lesson today. All right. Again, fast forward Friday. Okay, so our opening discussion, which can be teachers, I know we're virtual, it can be tough. Students can put it in the chat, or you can give students some time to write in like their career journals, which we've been discussing. Whether that's a separate sheet of paper or a journal is kind of, varies amongst classes. But let's take a moment to answer these questions however you do in your homeroom. I'll go ahead and read them out loud, and then you can pause me to talk to your students. But what are some of your positive study habits? And for example, is you're using your agenda, like you're writing assignments or quizzes, upcoming quizzes in your agenda. Like if you use your agenda every day and you write little notes in there about, ELA paper due next week, or, tomorrow I have a homework due in math. But if you're using your agenda, that's a positive study habit that we want all students to start using. And then what are some of your bad study habits that you want to change? So maybe it's just bad study habits, but if you can recognize some of those bad study habits, then we can start working towards, correcting them and getting you on, the helpful study habits side. So for example, if you have the TV on in the background while you do your homework, science proves that is a bad study habit. It does lower how much information you can keep in your brain. All right. So you can pause me now and have your discussion. All right. So here, teachers, I'm going to send you this link. They are short videos, but I'm going to decide not to watch them with you, because I know when you, especially virtually, when you replay this video, the video to video to stream, it can get laggy. So I'm going to let you have that link, and you can exit out of my YouTube and play that one. And I think it'll be better for your kids. Or you can provide them the link and everyone can watch on their own, which might be another good idea. But these are 9 of the best scientific study tips, and some of them are on this next page. Oh, looks like I forgot to put number 5 in. Well, we can let students fill that in. So these are my top 5 or 4 favorite study habits. Number 1, we mentioned writing in the agenda. This is just so important, whether you're an adult with an agenda, mine, you can't quite see it, or you're a student during school, you need an agenda to keep track of your life and keep track of school. All right, flashcards in that video you just watched, flashcards are one of the best ways for muscle memory to keep things in your head. And they're very easy to study and take with you wherever you go. You know, if you happen to go with your parents or with someone to the doctor's office or to the grocery store or, you know, to the car place, you're probably going to be waiting for a little bit of time. And instead of just sitting there scrolling with your thumb and scrolling up and double tapping videos or sending a snap, you can sit there with your flashcards real quick. And just 10 minutes of flashcards is going to probably bump your grade up another 5-10 points. So you got to make those flashcards and study those flashcards. Explaining the topic to someone, that was in the video as well. And they talk about how you organize the information in your brain when you're teaching it versus when you're studying it. Okay. And that's something I learned when I decided to become a basketball coach. Okay. I was always a basketball player and I thought, yeah, coaching's easy. And then once I became a coach, I realized there's a big difference. Okay. And how you communicate, how you talk, the words you use need to be in a certain way. And that's what you do when you teach someone or explain someone a certain topic. All right. You got to kind of organize your thoughts a little more, and it allows you to think about the material in a little bit different way. So that's another one of my favorite ones. Without a doubt, I think studying for blocks of time, okay, where you purposefully put your phone away, turn off the TV, turn off the music, turn off everything, you know, that's distracting you, and study for blocks of time, even if you have to start at 5 minutes or 10 minutes. If you can have that 5 minutes of concentrated studying, that's better than an hour of studying with music while looking at your phone, while on the computer. All right. I'd rather you have 10 minutes of focused studying than an hour of distracted studying. Okay. So let's look at doing that. The number 5, I'll let you students fill in. What is your favorite study habit from the video? Okay. You can write that down and you can share with the class. All right, so a couple virtual study skill tips, and I think all of you have heard these before, but it's important as your counselor that we give you some of the, the main ones that, to be honest, if you're not doing these, then you might end up struggling, okay? So first one, make sure you know your schedule, okay? Make sure you know what classes you're supposed to be in. That's very important. That's the easiest way to get off track is to be in the wrong class. So know what class you're in and show up on time. When you're at home with virtual, set up a space with everything you need for class. So I know not everyone here, has their own room or has a side room with a table and, a chair, but it just needs to be a space where you feel comfortable working, and your bed is usually not it. So if your bed is the only place you can, then sit on the edge of the bed and sit up at least. Don't lay down in bed. But ideally, you can find a chair and a little bit of a table where you can clear it off. You can put your pencils, you can put your paper, you can put everything you need for class, especially your computer, and you can actually focus on the class, just like you're in class here at school. We want you sitting down with a clear desk, focused on the teacher. Know how to contact your teacher and the counselors. If your device isn't working, or if something happens and you get kicked off, or if you have questions about the assignment, know how to contact us, okay? Because it's not like we'll see you in the hallways tomorrow, okay? So if you have questions, know how to email, and I think everyone hopefully learned it from the first 9 weeks, but know your teacher's emails, know my email, which I did not put in this slideshow, which is my mistake, but I should still be a co-teacher in all your home rooms. And so you should be able to see my email there. If not, my email is on the Griffin website. You just go to the Griffin website, you go to the menu option, you go to the staff, and then you'll see me, you'll see all your teachers on the staff page, and you can click our email address. All right, last one. We talked about it again, the agenda. So the agenda, again, it's for life. It's not just for you in middle school. It's for anything you're doing in school, at home, you know, when you go to high school, college, when you have a job, you need to write down the important topics and dates of upcoming assignments. All right. And that will help you. It'll help when you write it down, it helps put it in your brain that you have stuff coming up that you have to work on. So you need to make sure you're prepared. Okay. If there's questions, teachers, you can pause me and you can have a discussion. Here's another video. Teachers, I guess this could be optional. I think this one's only 4 or 5 minutes. It's a motivational video. It's from one of my favorite YouTube sites. I believe it might be from Study to Motivate. Actually, I think it's from another site, but it's a great motivational video, just pretty short and sweet and wholesome. So if you want to watch that, I think, you know, some students might enjoy it. But the last thing for the class is to have a discussion or to use your journals about your study goals for 2021, for this school year, for the next 5 months. Believe it or not, in 5 months, we are out of school for the summer. Okay, so let's make sure we give it our best effort for the next 5 months. So the question is, what are some study skills you learned today from the video or from your classmates sharing that you will try in 2021? I know there's going to be additional study skills your teachers give you, especially for certain classes. There might be specific things. You might have heard some from your classmates, and I challenge you to at least try 1, really 2 new study skills. Okay, so try 2 new study skills. Last one, can some of these study skills be used to improve other areas of your life, such as chores at home or relationships with friends? Okay, now we're going to challenge you to try to make a little correlation there. It can be difficult, but let's see if any of you students can come up with things that, you know, it can help you study, but it can also help you in other areas. All right, so students, I kind of rushed through it, but teachers, you know, feel free to continue the conversation with the students. And I hope everyone has a safe weekend. We've been talking with a lot of different students, and we want to be able to, as counselors, be able to support you students. So if you ever need anything, please reach out. Your teachers are here for you, but we are as well as your counselors. We can help in a lot of ways. So if you need something, please reach out. But we hope y'all have a great Friday and a safe weekend. Bye.